Yeah. Let me try. Get this baby in tune. Plug in, see what happens. Oh, watching the Everly Brothers segment today, says Crab Donkey. Do I know Kathy's Clown? I do not know Kathy's Clown. I think I may have heard it like once. I like what I know of the Everly Brothers, and I want to know more about the Everly Brothers. But, yeah. I can feel this way much longer, expecting to survive. The only song I sing lead on in the cover band is this one Cars song called "Bye Bye Love" from their first album. here's the part I can't play. Elliot Easton is an amazing guitar player, and I love what he does, and I can't do it. Put this baby on mute for now. Put it down somewhere safe. And let's get this show on the road. There we go. How are you doing this week, Crab Donkey? How are things going in Crab Donkey land? I look forward to getting the download on that when I check the chat again after this first tune. I'm just going to warm up a little bit with Lift Me Up. It feels oddly appropriate this month. It's been a super weird month around our house. Virginia, you're here. Hello, Virginia. Oh, it's so nice to see you. I'm glad you're here. That really makes me happy. Super weird month for the Milburn household. Holy moly, it's been nuts. Yeah, everybody got sick. Everybody. And I'm the person carrying all the sick people around from one place to another, it feels like. This is the one moment today when I get to do some music, and then I go back to being full-time person lifter up around her. These are exciting times. This song is called, appropriately enough, Lift Me Up. Lift me up, hey, who Mary, word on the street is you're full of grace, so lift me up, hey, who Mary, I'm past embarrassment, I ain't trying to save face, I'm behind the half-court line, I'm deep into overtime, and the other team is putting up a fight, so lift me up, Ave Maria, I ain't never been to church, but I sure as hell need you tonight. Lift me up, hey, Mary, word on the street is you're the one I'm supposed to call. So lift me up, hey, Mary, someone wrote your number by the payphone on the prison wall. So pick up that receiver, go and make me a believer. I'm between a rock and a hard place, and it sure is tight. Lift me up, Ave Maria. I'm no Christian man, but I sure as hell need you tonight. Tonight is what they call the end of the road, the dark, dark night of the soul. Tonight I'm carrying a heavy, heavy load, and I'm way down in the hole. Tonight I'm dangling at the end of my rope, I'm done looking for someone else to blame. Ooh, tonight I'm clinging to my last scrap of hope, and so I'm calling out your name. Lift me up, hey, Mary, word on the street is you're the one who's supposed to, you're full of grace. Lift me up, hey, Mary, I'm past embarrassment, I ain't trying to save face. Am I worthy of saving with the way I've been behaving? I don't know which way is up, what's wrong and what's right. Lift me up, Ave Maria, I ain't never been to church, but I sure as hell need you tonight. Lift me up, lift me up, lift me up. my gosh. That one never fails to make me feel better when I sing it. It's like just immediate inside my brain. Oh my gosh. Boone Graham, you're here. What a lovely bonus. Megan Slankard, you're here. What a lovely bonus. Last people I expected to see. Boone and Megan are my songwriting pals from the long-running Songwriters Accountability Group from Tuesday nights. And I have not been able to continue to do it due to babysitting issues. I can't get a babysitter to cover for the time when it's happening anymore. So I have to stop. I'm sure I will work out this babysitting issue at some point in the future, but man, it's really nice to see you guys. What a sweet thing. I hope you can hang for a little bit. Megan Slankard is awesome. Boone Graham is awesome. Boone and I have been collaborating on a song, and we are going to finish it, and it's going to knock your socks off. And Megan, this past year, released an album about a relationship gone wrong, which is heart-wrenching and gut-punching and catchy and danceable and rockin' and really freaking great. And you need to go listen to it. Go listen to Megan Slankard. The album is called California and Other Stories. I don't have time to type it in right now, but I'll try to do that at the end of all of this. You want to come back and check it out. So, yeah, man, what a weird month. What a crazy weird month this has been. It's been awkward and uncomfortable. And I continue to try to come up with 80s songs for the cover band to do. And I think technically this is not actually an 80s song, or if it is, it's so late in the 80s it counts as the 90s. But this one came up and I on the radio, and I thought, oh my God, I have to introduce the band to this. It's been a long time. So see if you can figure it out. So it's the same 6 to 4 and 5 back to 1. Every song has 6 going to 4, and then it goes 5 back to 1. That's what they do, they all do that. But this one goes like this. I don't need to fall at your feet just 'cause you cut me to the bone. And I won't miss the way that you kiss me. We were never carved in stone. Oh, if I don't listen to the talk of the town, then maybe I can fool myself that I'll get over you. I know I will pretend my ship's not sinking, and I'll tell myself I'm over you, 'cause I'm the king of wishful thinking. I am the king of wishful thinking, yeah. Well, I refuse to give in to my blues. That's not how it's gonna be. And I deny the tears in my eyes. I'm not gonna let you see, no, that you have made a hole in my heart. And now I've got to fool myself. I'll get over you. I know I will pretend my ship's not sinking, and I'll tell myself I'm over you. I'm the king of wishful thinking. I am the king of wishful thinking. This song does not really have a bridge. They just have this really crazy thing with these sequenced fake horn parts that goes. And it goes. And then they go back. And then they go right back to the pre-chorus, I think. Oh, if I can find it. Oh no, I will never ever shed a tear for you. And I think we're back in the chorus. I'll get over you. I know I will. I'll pretend my ship's not sinking, and I'll tell myself I'm over you. King of wishful thinking. I am the king of wishful thinking. I'll get over you. I know I will. You made a hole in my heart, and I'll tell myself I'm over you. King of wishful thinking. I am a king of wishful thinking. Oh my gosh. I am surprised at how much of that song I remember. I think if I started fresh with like a general MIDI synthesizer and a sequencer, I could just program the entire drum part. Like, why do I know that song so well? How did that happen? I'll tell you why. Because I bought Go West's Greatest Hits album and listened to it incessantly during my first 2 years of grad school. All right. Oh my gosh. Let's see. Wait, Boone, today's your birthday? Are you serious? Oh my gosh, that's so awesome. I hate to do this to you, but happy birthday to you, Boone. You share a birthday with my very good friend, Molly Friedenberg. She lives out in California. And you'd like her if you met her. You guys would get along great. I often find that people who were born on the same day have kind of similar things that make them compatible. I don't know. Might be pulling that out of my butt. And here's another song. If anybody has any requests, I would love to hear them. And is King Midas in Reverse a request? Are you referring to the song that I wrote that includes that lyric? Crab Donkey? I'm not sure. If you could be a little more specific, that would be awesome. Other than that, here is an old Groove Lily song from our 2003 record, Are We There Yet? This is the sort of title track called Live Through This / Are We There Yet? And during the second year of the pandemic, I just went ahead and did a cover of it because one of our longtime fans was bringing it up on Facebook and saying, wow, this pandemic is just dragging on. It sure feels like this song is unfortunately weirdly appropriate. And I said, yes, you're right. 1, 2, 3, 4. You asked me, are we there yet? This road is harder than before. We've got to grin and bear it. We're not in Kansas anymore. But if we can live through this, we will get everything we wanted. If we can live through this, we will find a house less haunted. If we can live through this, we will never feel so daunted. If we can live through, this used to be a party. This used to be like Sunday school. Those days are over, darling. They crashed the planes and they changed the rules. But if we can live through this, if we can hold out a little longer, if we can live through this, surely things can't go much wronger. If we can live through this, what doesn't kill you makes you stronger, theoretically. If we can live through this, are we there yet? Are we there yet? Been suicidal. We've all been laid low with regret. We can't just sit here idle. We're not quite 6 feet under, yeah. But if we can live through this, we will come out into the sunshine. If we can live through this, maybe we'll be all one heart and one mind. If we can live through this, Maybe we will get the cosmic punchline if we can live through this. Are we there yet? Are we there yet? Are we there yet? Oh my God, that one makes me feel good too. Holy crap. Oh my gosh. Yeah, dude. Yeah, that one is from way back. That's from, we wrote that basically a couple of months after the Twin Towers fell. So yeah, but weird how these things just come back around, right? Oh my gosh. I am going to take a little sip of this. Do I see a PT in the house? Oh my gosh. Oh, PT, I'm so glad you're here. What a lovely, lovely thing. PT is my former vocal student, and now they are kicking ass and taking names in the wider universe at large. And I keep nudging them to start a rock band and front it, because I think that's what they need to do. They have a voice that is very, very fierce. Here's another old one. Released on the same album, actually. It's another old Groove Lily song from back in the day. I've been noticing as I'm preparing to record songs for my next record that I have a weird through line to a lot of my writing, and this is a through line about which I am embarrassed. I have spent way more of my 51 and a half years on this planet being envious. And let me tell you, of the 7 deadly sins, I think that envy is the most insidious and the most useless and the most detrimental. The others are, there's plenty that's bad about them, but I think they're a lot more fun and more exciting, honestly. Lust and gluttony and occasionally getting very angry. Envy, for me, it comes down to like comparisons and constantly making comparisons between yourself and anybody else out there. And I've spent way more time making comparisons like that than I should have. And it has been an utter and complete waste of time. And I am endeavoring to do no more comparing of any kind. But I have a couple of songs about comparing, being envious. And I'm going to do one for you right now from back in the day. This is Happy, Happy, Happy. It's really great to see you once again. How are you? Word travels fast around these parts, my friend. I got the news. Heaven knows you deserve it. After all you've been through, you've earned it. You've passed with flying colors now. And I'm going green with envy. I am brimming full of bile. I am running red with rage, like it's going out of style. I'm becoming bluer every moment. That life just isn't fair. And I'm yellowing with age and fear that I'll never make it there. But I'm happy, 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 happy for you. Happy, 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 happy for you. I'm happy for you. Let's see, where's the next verse? And I'd love to hear about your future plans. Yes, I would. You say this lucky break fell in your hands. Well, that's really good. You're really going places, skipping right around the bases. Well, I would say that you're batting 1,000 now. And I am dangling in the dark. as I keep this old bench warm. I am making errors every time that I get near the ball, and I'm wondering if I'll ever see the major leagues at all. But I'm happy, 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 happy for you. Happy, 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 happy for you. I'm happy for you, and you're so nice, and you're so kind, and you're so giving of your time to a friend like me who can't seem to help but speak his mind. And I find that I'm going green within me. I'm brimming full of bile. I'm running red with rage like it's going out of style. I'm becoming blue every moment that life just isn't fair. And I'm yelling with age and fear that I'll never make it there. I'll never make it there. And I wish you hadn't come here. And I'm wishing that you would stay. And I am hoping whatever charm you've got is gonna rub off on me today. And I know that all my stumbling blocks are only in my head. Oh, but still I'm simultaneously wishing you were dead and feeling happy, 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 happy for you. I'm happy, 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 happy for you. I'm happy for you. I'm sorry, where were we? Right, the specials today are... I'll stop there. It's such a number, man. Oh, thank you, Chris Rimple, for picking up another DI box for the band. That's awesome. Woot! All right. So yeah, envy. It's like, it's so useless. Comparing yourself to other people doesn't do them or you any good. It's crazy. And of course, it's easy to say this and know it, right? And to say, yes, I should not compare myself to John Williams, amazing film composer, because John Williams is on his journey and I'm on my journey, and our journeys are separate, and it's okay. But it's so insidious, this feeling of, oh man, how come John Williams gets to score Star Wars and I don't? Like, how dumb is that, right? I never actually felt that particular thing, but I felt it about other people, like this guy. This is the one I'm trying to record right now. I've been doing it while holding a baby, so recording one-handed and holding a baby with the other side, and it's not coming out very fast or very well yet, but I'll get there as soon as I can get more people out of the house and back in school and not being sick anymore. This is the one I wrote about my not quite a friend, Adam Schlesinger. For those of you who don't know, Adam Schlesinger is the guy who wrote the song That Thing You Do for the movie That Thing You Do. And he also got to co-write most of the songs for that really cool, critically acclaimed TV show, Your Crazy Ex-Girlfriend. He also got to write a Broadway musical with my buddy David Javerbaum. They did a show called... It was the one that came after Hairspray. It was by the same director, and I have forgotten about it because I'm attempting to play this song while I'm trying to tell you, and that particular memory bank is just closed to me right now. But they had a very briefly running Broadway show, and it was really cool. And then they got to write all these cool songs for... Can you see where I'm going with this? There's a lot of comparing going on here. We weren't young. I think I was 29 or 30. You were a few years older, distant friend of me, of a friend, and I was high-strung. I was uncomfortable and nerdy, but I had a good thing lined up, and I was sure that just around the bend I would be getting to the big time just like you. There will be nothing in this world I couldn't do. And how dare you be so easygoing, waltzing in and calmly showing off to everybody there. How dare you, with your laid-back attitude, like some super casual dude with so much skill and savoir-faire. You swept the whole damn room right off their feet. You were cool and affable and kind of sweet. You got the gig and I was back out on the street with not a thing to do except curse your name and say, how dare you? How dare you? Crybaby, exactly, thank you. I appreciate you, Karen Dunleavy. Oh, no, Crab Donkey, sorry, my bad. It was totally Crybaby. Here's the second verse. I went along, yeah, one step forward, two steps back, and always getting in my own way every time. Well, you, it seems, could do no wrong. A lap ahead around the track, and so damn far ahead of me in this race to realize our dreams. And the thing that got my goat the most back then is the way you kept on winning again and again and again and again. And how dare you actually be good at making things that I admired and delighted in, you jerk. How dare you conquer both the Great White Way and Hollywood? How dare you make it look so easy when for me it's such hard work? You clearly didn't care for perfect rhyme. It didn't stop you writing hit songs every time. You rode your jet-powered roller skates while I sweated on the uphill climb without a clue as to how you do it, man, yeah. How dare you? How dare you? You remind me of all the things I'll never be. Your ease and grace and calm as you fearlessly walk through every open door. You remind me of all the things I'll never see. Another TV show with your wickedly funny score. Another film with your tunesmithing at its core. I'll never hear a brand new song by you, 'cause there won't be any more. And how dare you be the first to go? Out of everyone I know, you got sick first and passed away. How dare you? 'Cause now I'm never gonna know how awesome it was gonna be to finally hang out and talk shop all day. We were running in the same damn marathon. I was catching up to you, then you were gone. And I don't get why I'm the one who's going on. Well, all your days are through. You were the yardstick I measured myself by, and now I can never measure up to. All I got is this song that I wrote about you, called How Dare You? How dare you? All right, man. That's a long one. I do have admiration and disdain, Virginia. Thank you for noticing. I do have mutual admiration and disdain for this person. He's so good. He played in Fountains of Wayne. He was primary songwriter and make happener for Fountains of Wayne. They had that very catchy "Wanna Be a Cars" song, but funnier, called "Stacy's Mom" in 2003. Oh my God, that was so absurdly catchy and hilarious. And he's like, just does such good work so consistently. And he's like, what everybody says about him and all the memorials about him is like, he was just chill and calm. And if there's one thing that I've never been enough of, it's just chill and calm. And that is my last bit of comparison for today. Yeah, man. All right. So everybody got sick this month. My wife has COVID, and she's quarantined for 5 days, and then moved back into the house, and masks around us, for the past 4 or 5 days. It goes on and on and on. And she is exhausted, but she's watching the kids while I do this hour-long concert, and then I go back to being a dad. And that's one of the reasons why I didn't get that song recorded this past month. But I'm so fond of the one that I did last month that I'd like to sing it for you right now. And I think I'm going to do it for you right now. It's called "When It's Right." When it's right, you'll know there will be no other way to go. When it's right, you'll see, like Newton's apple falling from the tree. You will know. You will know. When it's right, it's clear. Can't stop yourself from grinning ear to ear. When it's right, it's like that moment when you take the training wheels off your bike and you just go. Because you know. Yeah, you know beyond the shadow of a doubt that she's the one. So don't add this to the list of things you wish that you had done. You know that you'll regret it if you turn your tail and run. So just open up your mouth and say hello. Because you know when it's right, it's worth the moving mountains, moving heaven and earth. When it's right, don't wait. Don't second guess yourself till you're too late. It's the ending of the chapter and the closing of the door. It's a chance to drop your baggage in a heap upon the floor. It's worth it to abandon everything that came before. If you know. If you know. And you know. Yeah, you know. So just go. Just go. Just go. When it's right, you'll know there will be no other way to go. When it's right, you'll know there will be no other way to go. Oh, when it's right, you'll know there will be no other way to go. When it's right, you'll know there will be no other way to go. Yeah, man. Rick, you're here. What a wonderful thing. Oh my gosh. Stacy's mom does indeed have it going on, PT. You're absolutely right. Crab Donkey, my click ability, are you talking about my snap ability? I'm not quite clear, but I definitely do quite a bit of funny rhythms over a regular rhythm. It's one of my favorite things to do. Those of you who've known me for a while know that I am primarily a keyboard player, but since my 5-year stint working at this West Seattle School of Rock, I have sort of had to become a guitar player, just by dint of, like occasionally you have to cover for people on their lessons, and I know enough to get around, enough to be dangerous. I'm now going to do enough dangerous guitar playing for you right now to play a song, as I just quickly check the tuning on this baby. Yep. Oh, that B string, not quite there. There we go. I'm not very good at playing guitar, but man, is it fun. It is glorious to just like take everything that you've learned from one instrument and move it to another one. I would say that I definitely play guitar like a keyboard player, but right at the time when I was realizing that I needed to stop working at the West Seattle School of the Rock is when I wrote this next tune. And it was a tricky time. It was my daughter Twyla was born just over a year ago. She just turned 1 year old, and I got a few weeks of paternity leave, and I stayed home with the baby, and I realized that I had spent so much of the lives of the early lives of my other children working, that this moment of paternity leave convinced me that I needed to stop working and just be a dad for a while. So when the paternity leave was over, I gave my boss notice and went off to do the next thing. And now I teach private lessons only 3 days a week, which was something that was not possible at School of Rock. They needed me more than that. But the rest of the time, I'm just Mr. Stay-at-Home Dad. And it turned out to be the right decision because I have never been happier. I love being a stay-at-home dad. It's rad. It is awesome. It is kind of exactly what I always hoped I would get to do. But the time of making that decision of leaving the workforce and change is hard, isn't it? Consequently, I wrote this song early in my process of all of this, and I'm going to play it for you now, and it's called The Next Thing. Is that on? Can you hear this thing? Yeah, you can. Okay, I'll admit it. I am a little terrified of any change, terrified of this one, 'cause now I'm committed. If I said I'm brave, I lied, and it's feeling pretty strange. I'm sure I'm jumping this gun, and I don't know if it's gonna turn out right, and I don't know if that's gonna turn out wrong. All I know is I'm in the intersection, I'm through the yellow light, and I'm on the other side, and I'm pell-mell, I'm headlong into the next thing. I'm into the next thing. And I know when I walk in, I will walk in there feeling odd. I'll walk in there dripping doubt like an imposter. When I begin talking, they're gonna find out I'm a fraud. They're gonna kick me out and drop me from their roster. And I don't know if that's gonna turn out good. And I don't know if that's gonna turn out bad. All I know is I'm trying to do all of the things I think I should. dot my I's and cross my T's, say goodbye to the best thing that I've ever had, and hello to the next thing. Hello to the next thing. I like the last thing. You went by fast thing. We had a blast thing. Now you're the best thing, and I'm in the next thing. And I'm in the next thing. And I'm in the next thing. I'm in the next thing. Yeah. I like this business of playing guitar. I like it a lot. It's mostly what I do. I play all the chunky rhythm guitar parts in this sort of 80s, 90s focused cover band. And it's really, really fun. It's just crazy good fun. Oh, thank you, Megan Slankard, for telling me that I'm crushing it on guitar. I appreciate you very much. I like the way you play guitar. And Virginia McKenzie asks, how do pianists play a guitar? That sounds interesting. I mean, for me, you know, I've been talking to you about the 1, the 6, the 2, the 5, the 4, the 5, the 1. Well, I keep thinking of those numbers just up and down the neck everywhere. And like, whatever your 1 currently is. 1, 6, 2, 5, 1, 4, 5. I think that learning to play anything, any song you know, in any key on the piano is like a major difficult thing, but a great path to mastery. And thinking like that can help you play the guitar or the bass or like really any instrument that transposing is not too hard on. That's why I have all these instruments behind me that I'm really bad at. Like, you can't see it, but there's a mandolin over there, there's a ukulele, a bass, an electric guitar. They're all so fun to play. And I'm equally mediocre at all of them because I have 6, 2, 5. I can do those things. So I think when the kids are a little older, I'll actually get some chops. But for now, man, it's fun to do that. Wrecking Ball by Miley Cyrus from PT. What a great idea. You know what? I just don't know that song well enough to play it. I've heard it maybe once. And Virginia asked for songs about springtime. Interesting. You know what? I do, in fact. Give me just a moment. I'm going to use that same chord progression. We get the 1, the 6, the 2, the 5. Spring is here! Spring is here! Life is Skittles and life is beer. I think the loveliest time of the year is the spring. I do. Don't you? Of course you do. But there's one thing that makes spring complete for me and makes every Sunday a treat for me. All the world seems in tune on a spring afternoon when we're poisoning pigeons in the park. Every Sunday you'll see my sweetheart and me as we poison the pigeons in the park. When they see us coming, the birdies all try and hide, but they still go for peanuts when coated with cyanide. The sun's shining bright, everything seems alright when we're poisoning pigeons in the park. I don't remember how they do the bridge, but I'll see what I'll make something up. We've gained, we've gained notoriety and caused much anxiety in the Audubon Society with our games. They call it impiety and lack of propriety and quite a variety of unpleasant names. But it's not against any religion to want to dispose of a pigeon. So if Sunday you're free, why don't you come with me and we'll poison the pigeons in the park? And maybe we'll do in a squirrel or two while we're poisoning pigeons in the park. We'll murder them all amid laughter and merriment, except for the few we take home to experiment. My pulse will be quickening with each drop of strychnine we feed to a pigeon. It just takes a smidgen to poison the pigeon in the park. Yeah, Tom Lehrer, baby. That was the first thing that popped into my mind when I thought of a song about springtime. What does that say about my mind? Oh, Crab Donkey asks for ukulele. I can almost keep this in tune. So this is a plastic ukulele. It's called the Kala Waterman. It's designed to stand up to being taken out on a river trip or something. They're cheap. You can get them in toy stores here in Seattle. And we got it for my daughter Arlen when she was very little. And then she didn't really take to it. And I just kept messing around with it. And suddenly, like, it just opened the doorway to playing stringed instruments. And oh my God, it was so much fun. It's such a goofy, wonderful instrument. It's just wildly difficult to keep in tune, this particular plastic model. I think a couple of chords sound decent on it. It's not as bad as Springtime for Hitler, says Musik. Thank you. Could have been. I mean, they're sort of equally. Springtime for Hitler is more about like killing lots and lots of people as opposed to just killing a few pigeons. If we're gonna weigh death of a few pigeons versus 6 million Jews. You know what? I'll prepare something on the ukulele for next week. I think this is it's just not speaking to me today. Hang on just a sec. So how is everybody doing? It's been really weird around here, but if you wouldn't mind putting in the comments what's been going on for you in some small way, or if you're not comfortable putting it into the comments publicly, just send me a text message or an email to let me know what's going on, because I'm a stay-at-home dad. I don't see anybody. So, reach out. Tell me what's happening. My friend Molly Friedenberg, I don't know if she's here, and she probably isn't because she's probably asleep, but she turns 45 today. And she she suffers from a disease that keeps her in her house. So basically being online and talking to people on the internet is her primary way of keeping in touch with friends and everything. And I'm not quite sure where I'm going with this, but if she's here, Molly, I love you. Happy birthday. And if she's not, I'll send her a clip of me saying, Molly, I love you. Happy birthday later on to surprise her when she wakes up. I am going to pull a couple of things out of my derriere here. I think, yeah, I'm going to do that. And I'll do a couple more, and then I'll go back to taking care of my kids so my wife can go back to sleep because COVID sucks. There we go. I see a couple of notes coming in. Weather very weird here. Almost 75 one week and then snowing next week. That's pretty crazy. Yeah, it is really bizarre here in Seattle right now. Taxes. PT wants a song about taxes. I'll see if I can come up with something after this. Here we go. Hey, little baby, chewing at your mama's breast. Little fool, little burp, little smile, got a nice place to rest. Hey, baby, robin in the tippy top of the tall tree nest. Don't get too comfortable. Don't get too comfortable. Hey, first grade bike ride ahead full of those big ideals. If the handlebar stream is flying in the breeze, thinking this is how freedom feels. Well, little man, it gets harder when you take off those training wheels. Don't get too comfortable. Don't get too comfortable. Don't get too comfortable. Don't get too comfortable. You go do what you do. But baby, if I were you, I wouldn't get too comfortable. Don't get too comfortable. Hey, homecoming king and captain of the football team, a cheerleader girlfriend, and you're living the dream. The whole damn high school holds you in high esteem. Don't get too comfortable. Don't get too comfortable. Don't get too comfortable. You gotta do what you do. Baby, if I were you, I wouldn't get too comfortable. Don't get too comfortable. You're sitting pretty at the top of the heap, patting yourself on the back for taking that leap. Now you're no longer taking chances, you're just trying to keep what you got. Don't get to. Don't get to. Don't get too. Don't get too comfortable. Oh, that makes me so happy. Oh, yeah. I am gonna do I know any songs about taxes? Well, let's see what I can do for you there, PT. I'm gonna pull something together. We're behind the ball on taxes this year. This whole month of March, we had so many great plans for this month, and when everybody gets sick, all those plans go by the wayside, right? I don't know if I can do this one justice, but let's give it a shot and see what happens. Don't love that electric piano. Let's try this one. No, that's even worse. I'm playing a Casio Privia for anybody who's interested. This Casio Privia is kind of an amazing piece of technology. The action is really good for playing piano parts, but the other sounds that it makes are just a little bit less satisfying. I'm gonna go back to regular piano, and it's brilliant for entering notes into a computer, and it boggles my mind how good the weighted keyboard world is now and how cheap something good is. It's crazy. I think this was a $400 purchase, and it kicks ass. It's so great. It's a Casio Privia PX 160 for anybody who's interested in getting one of these. Let me tell you how it will be. There's one for you and 18 for me. 'Cause I'm the tax man. Yeah, I'm the tax man. Should 5% appear too small? Thankful I don't take it on. 'Cause I'm the tax man. Yeah, I'm the tax man. And you're working for no one but me. Don't ask me what I want it for. Taxman, Mr. Wilson, if you don't want to pay some more. Mr. Heath, 'cause I'm the tax man. Yeah, I'm the tax man. No, my hit face for those who die. Clever pennies on your eye. 'Cause I'm the tax man. Yeah, I'm the tax man. And you're working for no one but me. And while we're there, that was a good suggestion. Thank you, PT. That was fun. Play Salieri. Thank you, Chris Rimple. What do I call this style of piano accompaniment? Virginia McKenzie asks. I don't know. I'm just making it up. It seems I'm playing some bluesy licks. I'm playing a lot of blues scale licks. And I have this fallback position of this thing that my brain just wants to do, where if I'm going like, if I have a simple a pulse like that, 1, 2, 3, 4. I like to do rhythms that don't quite line up with each other and see where they end up. I don't know what to call that either, but I'm going to do one more of mine to finish up here, which I think fits with the theme of being envious, which is so not useful. Let's see. And I think I've got it right here. Yeah. Same key, same idea. And one of the tricky things in my first marriage was that my former partner and I were both singer-songwriters. We were both musicians in a band together. We were a songwriting team. And early on, she got a bunch more attention than I did. We played a showcase in New York City in late 1996, and somebody, I think Cyndi Lauper's manager, saw her and said, "Hey, we need a singing electric violinist to come on tour." She went on tour with Cyndi Lauper, and then while she was on tour all across the United States and Canada with Cyndi Lauper, Joe Jackson, who was one of my all-time favorite songwriters. Joe Jackson was going to go on tour with his Heaven and Hell album and needed a singing violinist. And so he met her in New Orleans while they were on the Cyndi Lauper tour, and they went out to dinner and they talked to each other, and she went on that tour. So she was away on tour with famous musicians for like a year and change. And I was envious. I'm going to try to stop being envious in the future, but here's a catchy tune about being envious of your partner. It's called Looking Forward, Looking Back. In Gotham City, you're looking pretty. I'm the obtrusive guy at your side. Another party, you're Laurel, I'm Hardy. You're flying and I am along for the ride. The calling places, you're fixing your faces, and I'm in the green room, I'm hanging around. And then right after, you're lighter than laughter, and I got my jealousy dragging me down. Another night, I could be persuaded with a look in your eye and a tug on my arm. Another day, you get accoladed and I get the feeling we'll both come to harm. And I fear what I might find if I were to open up my mind. Yeah, I'm scared of the words that come out at the seams. I am hounded by nightmares while you're chasing dreams. My vision is dim where it used to be clear. Looking forward to looking back on this year. And while you're flying, quietly dying, you're over me, I'm going under again. You see me frowning, not waving but drowning. I summon a smile, you go back to your friends. Another venue, so you continue, and I keep the peace with my well-chosen lies. All things being equal, I'll wait for the sequel, where everybody's happy and nobody dies. Another night, I could be persuaded with a look in your eye and a tug on my hand. Another day, you are so elated and I'm full of anger you don't understand. And I fear what I might find if I were to open up my mind. I'm scared of the words that come out at the seams, hounded by nightmares while you're chasing dreams. And my vision is dim where it used to be clear. Looking forward to looking back on this year. Someday we will both look back and laugh at all the things we said. Someday when it all seems so ridiculous and strange instead. But right now I am living through it. I can't say another word to do it. I can't help feeling like I blew it. And I am looking forward to looking back. Another game, so all the oxen free me, 'cause I'm tired of playing. I wanna go home where I will get my life on track. And I know that will make it through thick and through thin. I know I'll get out more than I have put in if I keep looking forward. Well, I am looking forward. I am looking forward. I am looking forward to looking back. Hey, you guys, thank you so much for spending your time with me today. I really appreciate it. In this time of super dadding, it is it is a really nice thing to get together with you once a month and play and sing some songs. So trust me, I'm deeply grateful that you choose to spend your time with me. I don't take it for granted at all. If you like what you hear and you're not yet on my Patreon, may I recommend that you check out my Patreon. It's patreon.com/Brendan Milburn. You can probably find it using this search engine called Google. And, you know, if you don't ask, you don't get. If you like what I do, sign up for lessons with me or join my Patreon and get access to all the stuff that isn't available anywhere else. When I release songs, they go there first. And frequently people get to see the in-process stuff. I am grateful, very, very grateful for you guys. I will see you next month. Bye-bye, y'all.